Pruning trees can seem like an incredibly daunting task, but with the right tools and a little bit of know-how, you'll be trimming your way to a perfectly groomed landscape. My name is Macy, and this is Potting and Planting from FastGrowingTrees.com. In this episode, you'll learn when to prune your trees and shrubs, how to perform a 3-point cut, and basic maintenance to keep your trees growing strong. New growers ask so often, when should I prune? But really, I think a better question is, should I prune? Many trees and shrubs don't need to be pruned, so it's important to find out what works best for your particular plant. Before you grab the loppers, ask yourself why you're pruning. Do you want to shape the tree, promote new growth, or just clean it up? The best time to prune really depends on the desired outcome and the particular plant. More often than not, it's ideal to prune in the dormant season at the end of the fall or in early spring. Of course, dead, diseased, or broken limbs should always be removed at any given time. If you're unsure of when to prune your particular plant, visit FastGrowingTrees.com to learn how to best care for your plant. So you've decided that you're pruning. Before we jump in, there's a few things that you'll need. First, a pair of pruning shears, the sharper the better. Second, a pruning saw for thicker limbs, and loppers. Don't forget your safety glasses and your gloves. One of the most common reasons for pruning is to maintain appearance. This holly bush is large, bold, and beautiful, but in order to maintain the desired look, we need to give it a trim. Simply use your hand shears to trim off the excess growth back to where it aligns with the shape of the bush. Suckers are small saplings that sprout up from the base of trees. These little guys are actually harmful to the growth of the tree as they steal nutrients. Using your hand shears, get as close to the base of the tree as possible and clip them off. When performing maintenance, always look for problem branches. Branches that are crossing over one another or branches pointing downward need to be trimmed off to promote upward growth. If the branch is under 1 inch in diameter, use your loppers to trim the branch off at a slight angle, about 1/4 inch from the bud or limb. If you encounter a branch that needs pruning but is larger than 1 inch in diameter, do not simply cut through it. Cutting a large branch without the proper method can cause tearing at the trunk due to the weight of the limb. It's time to use the 3-point cut method. Using your pruning saw, cut upward a few inches away from the trunk. You can stop about 1/4 of the way up. Then from the top, you'll cut downward 1 inch past your initial cut. Our initial cut will prevent any harm to the trunk of the tree as the limb breaks off. A final cut may be necessary to tidy everything up, and a sealant may need to be applied. If you're unsure, it's best to contact an expert to avoid any harm to the tree. That's all for today's episode of Potting and Planting with FastGrowingTrees.com. If you guys have any questions about pruning, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe for more potting and planting videos just like this.